I love YouTube. I joined the platform in 2007, which was 15 years ago, and that kind of astounds me that some people that might be watching this aren't even that old. I remember the days when the most viral videos were Evolution of Dance and Chocolate Rain, and if something got 100,000 views, that was considered viral. And I've been a content consumer on YouTube for over half my life, but I've always had the dream of being a content creator as well. And it hasn't really been without trying. See, I've posted things here and there, and I've uploaded this and uploaded that, but none of it ever really stuck. Most of all, I found excuses for myself as to not continue with content creation. Well, that all brings me to now. See, I'm 27 years old, and I have a wife and a toddler and a full-time career. So why, after the last 15 years of consuming content and uploading things here and there, am I deciding now to really try something? I recently got let go from another job. I was working for 4+ years, just straight, full time. The longest gap I had in work was 1 week, and I just felt trapped. I felt like there was something else I should be doing. I felt like I had more in me, that I could be doing more creatively. With the help of going to therapy and a lot of self-reflection, I decided, hey, here's this goal, here's this thing you've wanted to do for 15 years. You might as well go ahead and do it, because you're not getting any younger and might as well start now. So I'm going to be taking a deep dive into what it takes to create a high quality YouTube video. One that I'm proud of and one that I actually put in the full effort into from start to finish and completed the process. I've never done this before, so this is something that's going to be new to me, and it's going to be my exploration into this field, if I even enjoy it. And I'm only promising myself one video. Too often I get these dreams, goals, aspirations that I'm going to do something crazy and amazing with it, and I let myself down. But I figure I can at least put in the effort to make one video. And that's this video. Once this video is out there, I'll evaluate. Was it worth the time? Did I enjoy it enough? Do I feel like I can do it again? And then go from there. But right now, I'm only focusing on this one video. So what's the goal with all of this? Honestly, it's kind of the same goal I had when I wrote a book, just proving to myself that I can do it. If anything comes out of this, if I gain subscribers, if I get half decent amount of views, if I really enjoy it and want to do it again, that's just icing on top. Even in this day and age, I would consider if this video got 1,000 views a massive success for myself. But it doesn't guarantee I'm going to be doing it again. It just shows that I was able to do it once. I'd be doing myself a disservice if I didn't look at people that were already successful on this platform and gain some inspiration from them. And who better to start my deep dive and look into than the guy that is YouTube, Mr. Beast himself. Now, I don't think it's any secret to anybody that the thumbnail and title are the most important parts of getting your video clicked on. But just knowing that is different than actually applying that knowledge. So I want to know what makes a Mr. Beast title and thumbnail stand out from the competition. Now, immediately by going to his channel, you can tell he's doing well. I mean, 50 million, 45 million on a couple, but 50 million, 219 million, 116 million. The guy knows how to get views. Now, let's take this outlier of Squid Game. That was based off of a super popular Netflix series, so that might be a bit of an outlier. But let's go to these other ones. Why is he getting 50 million views while other people aren't? One thing that sticks out to me just by his thumbnails alone is you see a lot of emotions. You see he seems to be screaming in that one, seems to be screaming in this one, has his mouth open in that one, seems to be screaming in this one. There seems to be a lot of emotion behind every thumbnail. And at the end of the day, we're all driven by emotions. We're emotional creatures as humans. $1 million hide and seek. If you can carry $1 million, you can keep it. Extreme $500,000 game of tag. Everything that Mr. Beast does is a bit sensational. Take, world's largest bowl of cereal up here, or I spent 24 hours straight in an asylum. Sure, they don't have those giant monetary values associated with them like some of the other videos, but world's largest, 24 hours straight, those are keywords that are really going to grip people in. Linus Tech Tips is a great example, and already we can see some of the similarities. A lot of the thumbnails have an expression of great emotion. They're flamboyant, they're exacerbated. I mean, look at Riley right here. Best fakes? Look at that face. That's a goofy looking face, but that's gonna draw people to click. But looking at this, we can see they are using a lot of those same tactics. Those flashy thumbnails that express a lot of emotions and some sensationalized titles. But somebody like Eddie Burbeck, who does a lot of reaction, a lot of commentary type videos, I feel is easier to replicate. And the video that Eddie did that really got me thinking about doing this project in the first place was his most recent one that was yesterday, called "The Metaverse is So Stupid." Looking at that title, it makes a bold claim right up front. But also, I love his thumbnail. I absolutely love his thumbnail. You got a funny picture of Mark Zuckerberg. You got the AI metaverse picture of Mark Zuckerberg's avatar. You got the new Facebook logo, well, Meta, at the top. And then you got Eddie just looking confused. I feel like it has a lot of elements that all come together that make a very good thumbnail that drew me in. You know, when I look at all of these different thumbnails right here on Eddie's page, that's one where I can recognize, oh, it's Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, that's Facebook. That's Meta, one of the world's biggest companies. And the metaverse is so stupid. Those are just things that draw my interest. Now, I will admit, part of the reason why I was so hesitant to even try any sort of YouTube career was I didn't want to make thumbnails that looked like this. I didn't want to do sensational titles. I didn't want to do crazy thumbnails where it looks like I'm getting my mind exploded in every single one. I didn't like the game. Some parts of the process are easy enough. Using Google Docs to write a script outline, using OBS to capture, my webcam, this microphone, and my computer screen. And, talking into said microphone while looking at said webcam. Filming this style of video hasn't been difficult. The hard part has been everything after filming and everything going on out there while filming. The content almost makes itself. Documenting my journey to make one YouTube video really isn't the craziest idea, and I can do it all from this desk. I'm using HitFilm Express to edit the video. It's a free software, and it's pretty intuitive to use, maybe a slight learning curve. Everything I do is slow, so trying to do a fancy edit compared to a quick cut, I'm having to try and justify, is it going to be worth the time to get these cool transitions and get the screen moving and do everything that I would want to do in a professional, high-quality YouTube video. Now, there are also two other parts of this process that I have zero experience in. I feel like I came up with an intriguing title pretty quickly. Cracking YouTube, Solving the Secret Code to Success. I think that's an intriguing title. I feel like it brings a sense of intrigue, oh, what could this code be? Figuring out how did this guy crack it? And then hopefully along the way I have just engaging enough content that somebody's gonna sit through and watch it. But one of the parts I've kind of been dreading is making the thumbnail. And honestly, it's something that I can't afford to half-ass. So using my webcam to just take still pictures of me, uploaded those into GIMP, cropped the background out, and just added some details to match kind of the theme of the title I'm going for. But the biggest question mark of all is marketing. This whole time I've been thinking, how am I gonna get this video in front of people? I don't have any subscribers. I don't have any established audience that's gonna click on this video and get that initial burst of views where this YouTube algorithm's gonna pick it up and promote it. Sure, I'm gonna post it to Facebook, but I have under 100 Facebook friends, and I guarantee you, most of them aren't gonna click on this YouTube link. So I think, should I just post it to Reddit and see if Reddit picks it up? But a lot of subreddits have a rule where you can't self-promote. And other subreddits have a rule where if the video doesn't have enough views, they're just gonna take it down. A fantastic creator named Lugwood did a whole video on how you can have no audience and have one video and have it blow up with good content strategy and good marketing strategy. So at the time of recording this, I don't know what the best route is, and I might have to make a follow-up video going over the process, showing what worked and what didn't, and where this video landed. Time. This whole process has taken me multiple hours just to get 10-ish minutes of video. And I get the nagging feeling that I'm neglecting my wife and my child while I'm cooped up into this office just editing this and filming this. And I don't even know if at the end of the day it's all gonna be worth it. What's gonna happen with this video? The second biggest struggle is having a curious toddler. I mean, the kid's 3 years old and he wants to be a part of things. He's interested in things. He wants to see what I'm doing. He's coming in and out. He's sitting on my lap. He's touching buttons. I'm gonna get a little bit off topic of the video, but that's the hardest thing about being a parent, is trying to find that appropriate balance of me doing my own hobbies, but making sure that he's taken care of. The last big struggle is imposter syndrome. This whole time I'm sitting here thinking, it's not worth doing all this. It's not worth spending a whole entire morning and afternoon editing just one video. That's just not going to go anywhere. I, like many people, will shoot myself in the foot so I don't have to go through the pain of falling off the path later on. So what did I learn after all of this? Well, the first thing is it's not easy. It's really hard. I haven't even published this video yet, so I don't know how well it's done in the grand scheme of things, but I've put a lot of time and energy into something that might not have any sort of outcome. However, and how I'm justifying it to myself is, I've really enjoyed this process. I've loved learning that editing program. I've loved learning how to edit films. I've loved looking into other people's titles and thumbnails and seeing what works and what doesn't for them. Look, I'm not going to promise any other videos, especially that take this long to make, but at the very least, it gives me a confidence like, hey, just enjoy the process. Like, the fun's in the process, and some of that success might come later. It's just the fact that you got to keep doing it, and you just got to keep giving your all every time you do it. So what's next for me? Well, occasionally I stream on this YouTube channel. I've been doing that lately. I have a podcast called Tebs Talks. I've been doing that on the side for a long time now, and I'll continue to do that. I sometimes make TikToks. My username is pummelhead there as well. And probably the thing I'm most proud of is I wrote a fantasy book. It's called Five Keepers Moonbrook, and you can buy it on Amazon. The links to everything will be down in the description. Look, I'm still going to create things, whether or not I find success on any of these platforms. But now at least I can say, hey, I took the time, I took the hours it takes to make what I feel like is a decently quality YouTube video. And now I understand way more about the process. And now I have more skills that I can put into other creative things I'm doing. So when you think about it that way, it really is a success right from the start. Thanks so much for watching this. And if you want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe to let me know that you do find this content valuable and you want to see more from me. Thanks so much.